Art gallery. The art gallery's mission is to bring diverse forms of art and craft to the people of this city. New Year festivities. A multimedia exhibition from the four corners of the earth on show in the Hanson Theatre, Level 2, main building free. Opens January 1st, closes March 20th. The Art of the Early West. American Art of the Westward expansion on show in the South Gallery, Level 3, $15 adults, $5 for members, $4.50 for students. Opens March 13th, closes June 30th. Greek Olympic sculpture. A historical exhibit of work by ancient artists in the North Gallery. $10 adults, $8 for members, $6 for students. Opens July 1st, closes August 7th. Developmental art. Work by gifted local school children on show in the East Gallery. $2. Donations may be left in the box at the exit, and will be gratefully received. Opens July 25th, closes September 30th. Headsets are available for the Greek Olympic sculpture only. A fee of $6 per adult, $5 for members and $4.50 for students will be charged. Read the text below and answer questions 5 to 9. Motorists Association. Call our main number 9292-9222, then enter these extensions. Read the text below and answer questions 10 to 13. Advice to motorists. Always lock your car and never leave your keys in the car. Sounds obvious, but how often have you left your car unlocked while you paid for fuel at a service station or dashed into a shop? A recently passed law will ensure that you never forget again. Heavy penalties apply. Always lock valuables in the boot. Most car crime is opportunistic, so don't make it easy. And if something is too valuable to lose, the golden rule is take it with you. Thieves need little incentive. Most thefts from cars are carried out by youngsters looking for nothing more than a few dollars, so don't leave coin holders if they can be seen from outside. The cost of repairs often far outweighs the value of what is stolen. At night, always try to park in a brightly lit area where your vehicle can be seen by passers-by. Poorly lit streets are a thief's favorite hunting ground. Never park where you can see broken glass from car windows on the ground. Thieves are creatures of habit and will return to the scene of past successes. Install a car alarm. Where available, use car parks that are well lit and have boom gates. Don't leave your parking ticket in the car. In high-risk areas, leave your glove box and ashtray open to show thieves that there is nothing in the car worth taking. Questions 1 to 4. Choose no more than 3 words and/or a number from the text for each answer. Write your answers in boxes 1 to 4 on your answer sheet. 1. Which exhibition can you visit in late August? 2. How much must a member pay to see the exhibition of art from the United States? 3. In which location would you find an exhibit featuring works from the earliest times? 4. Which exhibit provides a commentary for an extra fee? Answer. 1. Developmental art. 2. 5. 3. North Gallery. 4. Greek Olympic sculpture. Questions 5 to 9. Look at the Motorists Association on the passage 1. Write the correct extension number in boxes 5 to 9 on your answer sheet. What extension should you call if 5. You want to find out about a baby's car seat. 6. You feel cheated by a repair shop near your home in Newcastle. 7. You have trouble hearing and you need assistance to change a tire. 8. You are going on a road trip and want to find out what activities are available. 9. You want advice on purchasing a vehicle. Answer. 5. 632 6 132 7 317 8 122 9 443. Questions 10 to 13. The text has 9 paragraphs. Which paragraph contains the following advice? Write the appropriate letter AH in boxes 10 to 13 on your answer sheet. 10. A way to show there is nothing to steal from the car when in an unsafe area. 11. The kind of car park where you can safely leave your car. 12. A warning about the effects of a new law. 13. How to protect items of value. Answer. 10. H. 11. G. 12. A. 13. B. International Business Institute Buddy Peer Support Scheme. Think back to your first days and weeks in a new country. Were there times when you had questions that you wished you could ask a friend, or when you wanted to have a chat about how you were feeling? To help new students, the International Business Institute (IBI) plans to set up a buddy peer support scheme. The scheme will help new students meet current students at IBI who can provide them with some friendly company during their first months in Newcastle and help them with any small problems that they may have. Often, buddies may not be able to solve the problem, but they may know who can help. What's in it for you? We believe that being a buddy will be rewarding in several ways. As a volunteer, it will be personally satisfying to know that you are able to help new students. However, it will also help you to make contacts that may be valuable in your future academic and professional lives. If you are an overseas student, it will give you another opportunity to practice speaking English. Lastly and most importantly, we hope that it will be enjoyable for you to be a buddy. Responsibilities of buddies. Telephone and arrange to make contact with the new student. Meet the student and show him/her around the campus and the local area. Meet for coffee, perhaps. Answer questions about living in Newcastle and administration procedures at IBI. We will give you a checklist of things to mention when we send you the new student's name and telephone number. Arrange to meet the new student one morning or afternoon one weekend early in the semester, and take the student to places that you enjoy in Newcastle. Be prepared to take telephone calls from the new student to answer further questions that he/she may have from time to time. Meet to explain information in person, if required. You will be matched to an individual new student. However, if you have friends who are also buddies, you might prefer to form a support group together. This would mean that you meet the new students as a group rather than one-on-one. Being a buddy is voluntary. There is no requirement to provide assistance beyond the help outlined above. However, we hope that the buddy and new students will enjoy each other's company and continue to meet. Please note that if you agree to become a peer support buddy, you will be expected to fulfill your role conscientiously and cheerfully. It will be important to be considerate and reliable so that our student can feel confident of your support. When you agree to act as a buddy for a particular term, your commitment covers that term only. For example, if you act as a buddy for term 2, and would prefer to be free in the following term, there is no obligation to continue as a buddy in term 3. Of course, we hope that you will want to assist every term. Read the text below and answer questions 22 to 27. IMS Leave Entitlements. The purpose of this document is to advise IMS employees of their leave entitlements, such as paid vacation time, holidays and time off to look after yourself or others during times of sickness or difficulty. Annual leave. Employees are entitled to 4 weeks of paid annual leave for each 12 months of service to IMS. Being determined on your standard hours of work, this base entitlement accrues progressively during the year and accumulates from year to year. The accrued leave, expressed in hours, is printed on your fortnightly payslip. Should you work additional hours over and above your contracted hours, a pro rata amount is calculated toward your annual leave. Employees are required to take 5 of their annual leave days during the close-down period between Christmas and New Year. The remaining leave may be taken at a time agreed to by IMS, though, under the law, IMS cannot unduly reject any reasonable application for such leave. Employees are entitled to payment for all public holidays which fall on a working day. Personal, carers leave and compassionate leave. IMS employees are provided with personal, carers leave and compassionate leave as per workplace relations standards. For each 12-month period you are entitled to 10 days of paid personal, carers leave, which covers both sick leave and carers leave, and 2 days of paid compassionate leave. This leave also accrues and accumulates under the same conditions as your annual leave. Personal, carers leave can be taken as a result of personal illness or injury, or to provide care or support for a member of your immediate family who is sick, injured, or has an unexpected emergency. Compassionate leave may be taken in the event of a death or life-threatening illness of a member of your immediate family. For the purposes of this document, immediate family includes the following: spouse, de facto partner, children, parents, grandparents, grandchildren, and siblings. When personal, carers, or compassionate leave is taken, you must notify IMS as soon as possible of your inability to attend work. IMS may request evidence in the form of a medical certificate or statutory declaration to support your reason for the leave. Questions 14 to 21. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the passage? Population 14. The main aim of the Buddy Peer Support Scheme is to help new students during exam periods. 15. Students will be put in touch with others from their own language group. 16. The principal reward for the buddy is making new friends. 17. The buddy is responsible for making the first move to meet the new student. 18. Buddies need to work one-on-one with the student in the care. 19. Buddies participate on a voluntary basis. 20. Buddies are required to attend 2 meetings per term. 21. The buddy's obligations finish at the end of each term. Answer: 14 false. 15 not given. 16 false. 17 true. 18 false. 19 true. 20 not given. 21 true. Questions 22 to 27. I choose the appropriate letter A, B, or C. Write the appropriate letter in boxes 22 to 27 on your answer sheet. 22 Annual leave entitlements for IMS workers are increase only after a year of service. B are based on the number of hours worked. C apply to those employees who have worked for a year. Answer: B are based on the number of hours worked. 23 Employees who work extra hours or earn additional paid leave entitlements. B will receive additional leave shown in hours on their payslip. C must submit a pay claim. Answer: A earn additional paid leave entitlements. 24 An employee's request to take holidays can be easily refused by IMS under the law. B has to be during IMS's shutdown period. C must be fairly considered by IMS. Answer: IC must be fairly considered by IMS. 25 IMS employees paid personal carers leave. A is determined by the employer on a yearly basis. B is provided under the same conditions as their annual leave. C includes both sick leave and compassionate leave. Answer: B is provided under the same conditions as their annual leave. 26 An IMS worker is entitled to use carers leave to A help his/her sister who's been in a car accident. B attend a grandmother's funeral. C take a nephew who accidentally broke his arm to hospital. Answer: A help his/her sister who's been in a car accident. 27. If personal leave is taken, IMS workers must A present evidence why they were absent. B inform their employer within a month. C inform the company of their absence promptly. Answer: C inform the company of their absence promptly. How babies learn language. During the first year of a child's life, parents and carers are concerned with its physical development. During the second year, they watch the baby's language development very carefully. It is interesting how easily children learn language. Children who are just 3 or 4 years old, who cannot yet tie their shoelaces, are able to speak in full sentences without any specific language training. The current view of child language development is that it is an instinct, something as natural as eating or sleeping. According to experts in this area, this language instinct is innate, that is something each of us is born with. However, this prevailing view has not always enjoyed widespread acceptance. In the middle of last century, experts, including John Whiting, a renowned professor at Harvard University, regarded child language development as the process of learning through mere repetition. Language habits developed as young children were rewarded for repeating language correctly and ignored or punished when they used incorrect forms of language. Over time, a child, according to this theory, would learn language much like a dog might learn to behave properly through training. Yet even though the modern view holds that language is instinctive, experts like Professor Lise Elliott are convinced that the interaction a child has with its parents and caregivers is crucial to its development. The language of the parents and caregivers act as models for the developing child. In fact, a baby's day-to-day experience is so important that the child will learn to speak in a manner very similar to the model speakers it hears. Given that the model's parents provide are so important, it is interesting to consider the role of baby talk in the child's language development. Baby talk is the language produced by an adult speaker who is trying to exaggerate certain aspects of the language to capture the attention of a young baby. Dr. Roberta Golinkoff believes that babies benefit from baby talk. Experiments show that immediately after birth babies respond more to infant-directed talk than they do to adult-directed talk. When using baby talk, people exaggerate the facial expressions, which helps the baby to begin to understand what is being communicated. She also notes that the exaggerated nature and repetition of baby talk helps infants to learn the difference between sounds. Since babies have a great deal of information to process, baby talk helps. Although there is concern that baby talk may persist too long, Dr. Golinkoff says that it stops being used as the child gets older, when the child is better able to communicate with the parents. Professor Juszczyk has made a particular study of babies' ability to recognize sounds, and claims they recognize the sound of their own names as early as 4.5 months. Babies know the meaning of mummy and daddy by about 6 months, which is earlier than was previously believed. By about 9 months, babies begin recognizing frequent patterns in language. A baby will listen longer to the sounds that occur frequently, so it is good to frequently call the infant by its name. An experiment at Johns Hopkins University in USA, in which researchers went to the homes of 16 9-month-olds, confirms this view. The researchers arranged their visits for 10 days out of a 2-week period. During each visit, the researcher played a CD that included the same 3 stories. The stories included odd words such as python or hornbill, words that were unlikely to be encountered in the baby's everyday experience. After a couple of weeks during which nothing was done, the babies were brought to the research lab, where they listened to 2 recorded lists of words. The first list included words heard in the story. The second included similar words, but not the exact ones that were used in the stories. Juszczyk found the babies listened longer to the words that had appeared in the stories, which indicated that the babies had extracted individual words from the story. When a control group of 16 9-month-olds, who had not heard the stories, listened to the 2 groups of words, they showed no preference for either list. This does not mean that the babies actually understand the meanings of the words, merely the sound patterns. It supports the idea that people are born to speak, and have the capacity to learn language from the day they are born. This ability is enhanced if they are involved in conversation. What's more, Dr. Elliott reminds parents that babies and toddlers need to feel they are communicating. Clearly, sitting in front of the television is not enough, the baby must be having an interaction with another speaker. Questions 28 to 34. Complete the summary below. Choose no more than 3 words or numbers from the passage. Write your answers in boxes 28 to 34 on your answer sheets. The study of blank in very young children has changed considerably in the last 50 years. Early studies claimed that language developed through repetition, but since then it has been established that children can speak independently at age 3 to 4, and that this ability is blank. In fact, the child will follow the speech patterns and linguistic behavior of its carers and parents who act as blank. A particular benefit is the use of baby talk, in which parents blank both sound and facial expressions to catch the child's attention. This assists the child in processing large amounts of information and understanding the message being communicated. Baby's ability to blank sound patterns rather than words comes earlier than was previously thought. Studies have shown that babies tend to focus on blank, occurring patterns, and while they may not understand the meaning of the words, they do understand the patterns. This reinforces the idea that babies are capable of learning language from day one. So it is important to include them in blank and situations where they can benefit from interaction. Answer: 28 Language development. 29 Innate. 30 Models or model speakers. 31 Exaggerate. 32 Recognize. 33 Frequently. 34 Conversation. Questions 35 to 40. Do the following statements agree with the information in the reading passage? Yes if the statement agrees with the views of the writer. No if the statement contradicts the views of the writer. Not given if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. 35. Children begin to learn the first language without being taught. 36. According to experts in the 1950s and 1960s, language learning is very similar to the training of animals. 37. Repetition in language learning is important, according to Professor Elliott. 38. Dr. Golinkoff is concerned that baby talk is spoken too much by some parents. 39. The first word a child learns to recognize is usually mummy or daddy. 40. Researchers found that babies liked listening to the same stories being read. Answer: 35. Yes. 36. Yes. 37. Not given. 38. No. 39. No. 40. Not given.